My name's Keith McReynolds. I'm the Fire Chief of the North County Fire Protection District. So North County Fire serves the communities of Fallbrook, Bonsall, and Rainbow. We have 5 fire stations, all staffed with firefighter paramedics that ride on paramedic fire engines, and at 3 of our 5 stations we have paramedic and EMT single role ambulances. We have a battalion chief that's on shift every day that serves the area and goes on the significant calls to provide command and control. We work well with all of our neighboring fire departments. We work with Vista and Oceanside and Paula and Camp Pendleton. We have boundary drop agreements with all of them, and they're great community partners. So we serve 92 square miles of unincorporated northern San Diego County. We provide, like I said, paramedic services, we provide rescue services, we provide firefighting, of course, both structural and vehicle and vegetation, and yes, we even will occasionally take a cat out of a tree. So we're a full-service public safety agency here serving these 3 great communities and meeting all of your needs, public service needs every day.
That's great.
In our organization, we have a medical services officer, and her name is Mary Murphy, and she has promoted behavioral health and wellness, not just for firefighters and paramedics, but for first responders all over the state of California. She promotes a support of spouses group and significant others here in our organization. It's a support network for those that live with our first responders. She also promotes peer support and has worked with other agencies all over the state of California to build up the peer support program for our firefighters. And she promotes everything from our cancer awareness to our physical health, behavioral health. She's like our mother hen in our organization that is keeping a pulse on our men and women, and we're very lucky to have her. But it is something that we feel very passionately about. It is something that we put a huge priority on, and we want to make sure that our folks not only can live a happy and healthy 30-year career, but a happy 30-year retirement once they do retire after their career's over. So when I was a kid growing up in Hawthorne up in Los Angeles, I lived not too far from where the show Emergency was filmed. Now, for those of you that are old enough to remember Emergency, it was a show that was would air on television back in KTLA back out of Los Angeles in the 1970s, and it was actually a program that was designed to sell the paramedic program to the United States. And so they hired 2 actors, and we would know them as Roy DeSoto and Johnny Gage, and they put them on a paramedic squad, and it was an hour-long program, and they would run calls in Los Angeles, and it was our version of like Chicago Fire, what it would be today. But it was in the 70s, and it really sparked my interest in the fire service when we moved down to Vista back around 1980. I continued my interest in that show and in the fire service. I grew up in Vista, but Vista didn't have a Fire Explorer program, and so I came out here to Fallbrook one day because I had heard through a friend that Fallbrook had a Fire Explorer program. So I joined our Fire Explorer program back in 1990, and I've been here ever since. The Explorers is a neat program for kids ages 15 to 21, and we teach young people how to become firefighters, young men and young women both. And it's really great. It's a wonderful program. If you're interested in the Fire Explorer program, check out our website, which is ncfire.org, and we have a link on there to our Fire Explorer program. Or you can come down to our Fire Admin, which is located on Main Street, right next door to Scrappy's Tire, and you can turn in an application. And we're always looking for young guys and gals who are interested in a career in the fire service. You know, I think I would have to say that my dad is my hero, and the reason is that he's worked really hard for a lot of years. He came from nothing. He didn't know his own dad and was raised by his grandfolks. And in spite of the fact that he came from very humble beginnings, he put himself through school and worked hard and built a construction company here in San Diego County, literally from nothing. And growing up, he would work 6-7 days a week. I saw his work ethic. I saw how dedicated he was to his job and to his family. And it really inspired me to work hard and to strive to be the very best that you can be. And so I've tried to follow in his footsteps. He was in the construction industry, I'm in the fire service, but he continues to give back to our community as I do in different ways, and he's very inspiring.
Fireman's Prayer. When I am called to duty, God, whenever flames may rage, give me strength to save some life, whatever be its age. Help me embrace a little child before it's too late, or some older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and give the best in me to guard my neighbor and protect his property. And if according to your will I have to lose my life, please bless with all your protecting hand my children and my wife.